Gulf Coast Postcard brings you greetings from Robertsdale.
There's so many different varieties of pigeons, and these is what you call a carrier pigeon. They don't carry a message where you want them to go. They only carry it back home.
Home for these guys is Robertsdale, Alabama. That's also where John Ryan calls home.
This is a young bird. It's not flying yet. You can see how large it is.
Mr. Ryan's fascination with homing pigeons goes all the way back to 1946. Growing up in the Kentucky hills, he raised the birds and raced them with friends. Back then, he'd hop on his bike, ride a few miles, and release them. Then he'd sit back and watch. Somehow, they always made it home. Today, Mr. Ryan still races pigeons. It's a hobby he shares with hundreds of friends and neighbors along the Gulf Coast.
And we have the band that's got the year and the serial number. These bands are put on when they're babies.
The bands make it easier to keep track of the birds. This little pigeon is only 3 days old. He'll be banded sometime next week.
But in about 3 to 4 more days,
homing or racing pigeons are highly intelligent and athletic. They can fly up to 70 miles per hour and cover 600 miles in a single day. For centuries, man has relied on these birds to communicate. In 1943, Pigeon G.I. Joe became an international hero after flying 20 miles across a war zone to deliver a message. That message saved 1,000 lives.
Failed. Pigeons provided the way. The U.S. Army Signal Corps started using carrier pigeons in 1917. Flights of 1,000 miles were routine for these troopers, but on December 5th, 1956, the Army gave the bird to the birds. Modern electronic communication had made the carrier pigeon obsolete. Modern technology may exceed the speed, but never the charm of one famous pigeon. G.I. Joe received the Victoria Cross and congressional recognition for delivering a message which saved 1,000 British troops in World War II.